that never-ending struggle of chronic pain. That's what I'm here to talk about today. Yeah, it's a morning wake and bake. It's also, it's got a theme, and that is the never-ending struggle, the continual cycle of pain. Not in a sad way, but in an understanding way. The reason I bring it, earlier this week, my underlying theme was the fibrofog. Yesterday it was my migraine. Today it's my back. But that's who I am and what I have now. I am somewhat defined by my pain and what it does to me and what I do to it for it. It's somewhat what defines a chronically ill person. But the never-ending struggle is once you get over one hump, another one comes along. It can be depressing. I believe most chronic pain people suffer from depression. Not most depressed people are in chronic pain, but I'm sure there's a correlation. Why? Because I have both. And yes, my depression can be kicked off by many outlying factors, but it can also quite often get kicked off by my own pain. I think actually for the last couple of weeks I've been down on myself. I've been up on life and down on myself though for the pain and the pain management. My day is pain management, and talking to you all about pain management and my pain. And sometimes it's just that vicious circle, and then you realize, what's wrong with that circle you're in. You're happy. I like the song by Yusuf Cat Stevens. Yusuf Islam? I forget his new name, his Islamic name, but Cat Stevens and Father and Son. I am old, but I'm happy. And okay, I'm in pain, and I have some days that really fuck me up. And yesterday was one of those. Yesterday was a horrible day, both emotionally, dealing with the ex-wife and her blowing up over a problem with her child, our child that she caused, all the way to the pain of the migraine that was just knocking me over and making me see things. One of my worst migraines. Battled both of them somewhat the same, but you have days like that, but you also have days like Sunday where I spent it with both my sons and we had just wonderful day, even though pain was a part of it. So it's just acceptance, I guess. I'm talking through this. I do this with you guys. I've said that before. You are my therapy. I'm using every one of you, but you're using me. It's a reciprocal, symbiotic relationship. Some of you use me to have something to do while you talk. You've said so. Some of you use me to help you go sleep at night, and you and your wife, girlfriend, watch me. I like that. Others, I'm your morning coffee. I love being a part of other people's day. So if I have to suffer a little bit of pain to get that kind of pleasure out of life that I'm spreading, that I can pay forward, then bring on the pain, So what did I do about my migraine? If you watched Minding the Migraine yesterday, it's just one video back from this one, maybe two, depending. My Talk and Talk 16 is uploading right now. Hard to say which will go up first. But anyways, just a few videos back is Minding the Migraine. It was a horrible migraine yesterday. All morning, I didn't have the right medicine for it, and it was just so hard on me. I had run out of my own deep heating oils that I get from MMJ. I had run out, and my neck was killing me, and it was pushing the migraine into levels that just, I fought it with fresh air. I went for 3 walks yesterday. Did so many things. But until my unboxing from MMJ showed up, my birthday unboxing, I was fighting a losing battle. And then I got the new stuff. And I'll tell you what did it. It was a mix of 3 things. First of all, 2 shatters from MMJ. Kryptonite. Beautiful, beautiful shatter. Sorry, not... and the wax. Death Bubba wax. Both very, very strong. Couple of those. Then, this absolutely incredible thing. A CBD deep heating oil with cinnamon heart. Cinnamon is so good for inflammation. Add it with the CBD and the THC. Of course, it's a 1-to-1. And wow, I put that on my neck once every hour for about 3 hours. And with those hits. And by about 9 o'clock last night, the migraine was pretty well gone. Do I still have some neck pain? Yeah, a little bit. It's moved down into the back. Fibromyalgia moves. It moves. It seldom stays in the same spot more than 4 or 5 days. So this will go away too. Don't know what it'll be next. It's cyclical, but not patterned. There, that's the right word. Oh, for a word. So, that's how I minded the migraine. Really, truly, my friends, if you're in Canada and you suffer any kind of body pain, talk to MMJ. Talk to them. Ask them about their skin. And each one, the flavor isn't just the smell. The cinnamon here, they are using very particular mango, cinnamon, vanilla, very particular natural source chemicals that affect you positively. So it isn't just the CBD and THC in here. This is a true healing rub, and it worked beautifully. I'm sure if you're not in Canada, someone near you, if you're in a medical state, has something like that. So, I have minded the migraine. It's kind of nice to have the migraine gone. I am going to have to get out there and do a walk. I have to get to the grocery store. I'm cooking my kind of birthday supper tomorrow night. My one daughter with her 2 sons and brand new daughter are coming over, and Pasha will be over, and my son that lives here will be here, and we'll just have a little birthday celebration. The birthday is actually the 15th, everyone. Thank you, everybody, for the warm wishes and the kind wishes. And to that one troll that likes to jump in, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And fuck you again. But other than that, just peace. I want to mention, for quite a few years, people said the best way to handle trolls is to ignore them, block them, move on. I've agreed. For the most part, that has helped me. But I want to just raise something for people to think about. We also used to say these politically correct people that are the minority but really loud are obnoxious, and everyone said ignore them, they'll go away, ignore them, just let it happen. So what? Let the baby have their cookie. And look how the world has changed. The pendulum has swung too far, and we are in this politically correct bullshit society where even take my son for instance. A couple of weeks of acting up, a non-violent kid and a kid that everybody loves. A couple of weeks of acting up and showing his physicalness. Boys are physical. We have to accept what reality is. Boys are physical. Boys exert physicality. Boys will get in fights. Boys will be physical. I agree with there being repercussions to fighting and to having issues of a physical nature. But they completely kicked my son out of daycare for being, yes, 2 weeks ago he punched somebody, but a couple of days ago he was just pushing and getting in an argument during walks to and from school, and they won't let him back in because they won't allow people getting physical. This is the politically correct society, because you know what? Daycares have to understand that if they have boys in their daycare, there will be fights. You cannot evict people for being themselves when they're children. Your job is to teach them how to control that, not remove them. Is every daycare now just going to be for only the good kids, and anyone who has a difficult child, or a boy, because that's what he got kicked out for, being a boy, their parents will have to quit their jobs and stay at home and look after their kid to make sure that their kid can get school and food. That's the pendulum done swinging too far. That's what it happens, is we stop letting ourselves be ourselves. We stop accepting that we are not perfect people, and most of us make mistakes in our daily lives, and should it is natural and instinctual for a guy to be protective of his friends and of his family, and he gets physical, and part of growing up for a boy is learning how to control that. But if you withhold it, if you do not allow children to do it, like my son's now in the new daycare, but now he knows that if he even shows a little bit of his natural physicality and anger because of a situation in his life that he didn't cause, he's going to cause super huge problems for his mom again. So he's going to hold all this anger in now. He's going to hold this physicality in now. And that's, some of you might say, that's a good thing. No, it's not. Children need to express so that they can make the mistakes and learn how to control better in the future. And our educators, and yes, daycares are educators, our educators have to be trained in not only how to stop fights, but to realize that they're a natural form of the evolution of the child, and that they need to then use those as learning tools to move forward, not as ways to exclude people from society. Peace and cheers. Love and harmony. I hope you like the ending rant, because boy, that's one that's deep in me. Peace.